guys. Welcome into Comic Book Women. We're all in different order. There we go. Before we get started, the girls and I wanted to give a very warm welcome to Ellie for joining us tonight.
Yay! Hi. I'm so excited.
Are you excited?
Hello. It's nice to meet you. Like, you can hold your applause. It's okay. I'm here. I need to time my schedule, We're good.
She penciled us in so she could be here today. So if you guys have not met Maya and Anthony's daughter, this is her. This is Ellie. Before we get going, though, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. We got JT Key Comic here, copy 801. Welcome on in. John Stout, hello. Welcome. Still Chillin's here. H&H Comics is in the house.
Oh, I remember that dude. You were my favorite. I remember him.
From what?
From the Wednesday show? I remember him. He was on there. I remember going, that sounds like H&M.
Oh, you might be right, actually. Yeah.
Lucy.
And Lucy's watching. She's taking care of her baby tonight. So, oh my gosh. Ellie, do you know who Namesh is?
I definitely know who Namesh is. I've heard his name before.
The reason you're going to college, kiddo. Okay. Round of applause for Namesh. Ellie, you have to go like this and clap in a circle. There you go.
Self-clap.
Good evening. Pickles Nichols is in the house too. Hello, welcome on in.
Pickles and Nichols.
We are going to be covering Supergirl tonight. But before we start the show, we want to give a thank you to our sponsors over at Cover Price. All the data we collected for tonight's show is all from their platform, so make sure you're supporting them. And of course, Bird City Comics, they are our sponsored retailer. And we launched a Archie 50 homage today for the Betty and Veronica Rock and Roll #1 title, and it is almost sold out. In fact, it might be sold out. Is it sold out?
I'm not sure.
I'm looking at Haley.
I know.
The last time I checked, it was at I think 8 or 9 copies left. So it might be sold out. I don't know. So, yeah. All right. Sarah, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I think I'm getting a little cabin fever. It's, February. The weather's kind of like, hey, it's going to be warm. And then next week it's cold. So
what is it right now?
It was 40 degrees today. But
so that's warm.
It's warm, yeah. That's no jacket weather.
I could go for a brisk walk.
Yes.
And then it's 10 degrees the next day and you're just stuck inside.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
10 degrees?
They live in Chicago and Wisconsin?
Yeah.
10 degrees?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
I thought 30 was the worst thing ever. That was the low point for us.
It was 0 degrees a week ago.
Yeah. It was I think -20, -30.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, have you guys seen snow?
Yeah.
Yes, they see snow.
Is it as beautiful as they say?
Have you never seen snow in person?
I saw it one time we went to Becky's.
Yeah, it was a long time ago when we went to the snow.
But
we live in Arizona. There's not a lot of snow around here.
Flagstaff.
That's far,
That is far.
I don't trust her driving on a mountain. No offense. But no. Death wish.
No Flagstaff. That's the only place in Arizona that has snow. That's all I know.
I choose life. I'm good.
Anyways, yeah, we got my teenager in the house tonight. So this will be fun because Ellie's a huge Supergirl fan and she's a smartass, so she'll fit right in with the crew. Let's just kick it off. All right. Wait, hold on. I didn't ask Haley. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
That's it?
Well, yeah. No, I'm doing great. I'm a little tired today, but I have some caffeinated water to get me going for the show. So,
caffeinated water?
Yeah, I put little caffeine, Gatorade stuff in here, so it'd wake me up.
Oh, just drink coffee.
But then it dehydrates you, and I'm trying to stay hydrated. It's a whole thing.
Does it dehydrate you? Ellie, you're shit. We're drinking a lot of coffee.
Oh, I drink coffee in the morning, but yeah, I'm trying not to drink coffee at night. Trying.
Probably smart. Black Comic Lords is going to be on with us this Friday, so shout out to them. We had Tamiko, a member of your crew, on our show last week, and she was phenomenal. We covered Static. Go check that out if you guys haven't already. All right, let's go down the line. What was your
You just broke up so bad. I cannot understand you at all.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
What was your first exposure to Supergirl?
I was like 10 and I watched the Supergirl show on Netflix. And I was like, that's pretty cool. So I watched the whole thing and it got me sucked into like the Flash and Green Arrow, and it just started this whole thing. So that was probably my first exposure.
Was watching the show?
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Haley?
I've never seen the show, actually. My first exposure to Supergirl is the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, Tom King run that I read this past year. So that was, it's incredibly recent just because I wasn't a huge DC person in general. And so my exposure to DC is still pretty like new and limited. And but what a way to be introduced to Supergirl. Instant love after that. So.
Perfect. Sarah?
So my first touch with Supergirl was actually the like 1980s movie.
Oh my gosh, it was so bad. That was such a
It was, and it's crazy because like, when I grew up, like, it was a lot of like, Superman and, a lot of like male superheroes, Super Friends. We had like Wonder Woman, and then, you had, what was it? The Wonder Twins. So that, like, okay, so 2 women. So this was like exciting to be like Supergirl, but it was just a horrible movie. So
I think it has like an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It was
Ellie.
horrible.
Rotten Tomatoes, do you know what that is?
You know what Rotten Tomatoes is? Come on.
8% ranking is pretty low.
That's terrible.
It's horrible. It's like the worst like superhero movie. Watch it for fun. But yeah, that was my first introduction to Supergirl.
All right, I'm gonna make her watch it. I'm gonna make Ellie watch an 80s movie. Guys, there's almost 30 of you here with us tonight. We are covering Supergirl. She's been all over all the Hot 10 lists, especially since James Gunn just went off about this character being a part of his projected universe. So that's what we're covering tonight. We have Ellie guest hosting for Lucy because Lucy couldn't be here tonight. So make sure you make her feel welcome. And let's start with some stats. So name Supergirl, aka, I said this wrong earlier and Ellie got mad at me. Kara Zor-El. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ellie, you want to handle the powers?
Okay, yeah. So she has like superhuman strength, speed, durability, reflexes. This font is so bad, etc. Why would you put etc. instead of just naming the other ones? Super hearing, super breath, vision is X-ray, heat, and telescopic. I don't know what that means. Microscopic, infrared.
Infrared.
Yeah.
What?
It's like when you
Infrared.
can see- yeah, like heat.
Okay. Flight, invulnerability, and advanced fighting skills. So yeah.
Well done. And I put etc. because there was too many to list.
Then why would you keep
Smartass.
naming more?
Haley, stats.
Wow, these stats are terrible. Intelligence is a 2. Fighting skills 4, strength 6, speed 6, durability 6. And so did this also come from the upper deck?
Like from the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ellie wasn't happy about this slide. She was like, go ahead, Elle.
It's just like it seems so low,
Yeah.
Like for what? Like I don't know. That seems like something like Adam's skill list would be,
Adam,
like
your 12-year-old brother. This is compared to like Lex Luthor. Like you have to think of it like compared to these geniuses. That's where she falls.
But her strength is a 6. Isn't one of her powers superhuman strength?
All right, I don't know. Yeah, I got nothing.
We
Girls,
love that there's no, like little rhyme or reason to these upper deck stats, especially when it comes to like
right.
I'm just saying, like, let's just keep it like consistent, Like, they should make me write these. I swear, it'd be so.
Right.
Marvel needs to hire me.
7's the cap, so 6 is pretty high.
7's the cap?
Mhm.
Why is your fighting skills a 4?
Yeah. Isn't she have
Intelligence,
advanced fighting skills?
You guys gotta talk to Marvel on these. I don't know.
Yeah.
So is she like
Or,
smarter
I'm sorry,
than
DC. What did I say? Marvel. DC.
Oh wait.
two? What is it 2? Is she smarter than a gerbil? Like, what is it 2?
Yeah, what's like the ranking on this? Like what's like a 0?
Right?
I don't know.
Star
Maybe we
Lord
can do
to
a
like Lex
on
Luthor.
that.
You know, Star Lord's also Marvel.
Oh my gosh. Guys, welcome in if you're just joining. We got my teenager joining us tonight, giving us some of that younger perspective, right? Yeah. All right, let's kick the list off. I wanted to include these because I think they're kind of fun. We have Superboy number 5. This is technically just a prototype of Supergirl in the sense that in 1949, you have Superboy meeting Supergirl, but she's really Queen Lucy, a character from this series that he kind of just gives her some powers so that she can perform in a competition. Not technically anything, but it's kind of fun Golden Age stuff. It still goes for $910. I can't read the grade there, but that's technically the first time you see her. On the right-hand side, you have Superman 123. In this issue, same deal. Not technically Supergirl yet, but Jimmy Olsen. Sarah, you say this part better. What's going on here?
Yeah, so so yeah, the name of the story is The Girl of Steel, which is a really like kind of weird story. So basically Jimmy Olsen finds this totem. He makes a wish that he wishes a companion for Superman, and Supergirl appears. They kind of like fly around together. Long story short, Superman is repairing a bridge, as you can see on the cover. Thugs come along with kryptonite. And Supergirl comes along and takes the kryptonite, and we know what happens to the super people when they touch kryptonite is they get, they can die. So before she actually dies, Jimmy Olsen wishes her away. So that's the
story.
Kind of a tragic, short-lived ending to this.
Maybe her intelligence level should be a 2. Why would she touch kryptonite?
She was saving him from it. It's like a meteorite.
You wear gloves or something. I'm just saying, like, or paid someone else to do it for you. Like, where are they even getting all this kryptonite?
Well, here's the thing, Ellie. This issue was so well received by comic book readers. They're like, oh, people are really digging the idea of having a companion here. So that's what brought about Kara.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's not convinced. She's not convinced.
Like, if I was like a super person, my first thing would be getting all the kryptonite and like getting it off that planet. That'd be my first stop. Like, why would you let people get it?
There you go, Elle. So this is the first appearance. We have Action Comics from May of 1959. So you're taking like a year of them going, okay, this character was well received. Let's turn her into something. And so you have Kara up here. This is a key comic, obviously. If for a CGC 5.5, you're talking about $2,600. There are multiple variants. If you look on the bottom there, I know it's kind of small, but you have just different reprints and whatnot. Ellie, how did Kara get here?
She got off the planet and then crashed on like a little like rocket ship thingy. And it was like,
Okay, perfect. Haley?
I love this. I love that she's like in her little rocket ship. That's something that is you kind of also see in Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. And it's just kind of cool to see where she started.
Sarah?
So yeah, this is a I like Ellie's explanation. I think she did a wonderful job. Because I was worrying about this too, because I'm like, oh wait, Superman landed first as a baby, and then she landed and she's like a teenager. But what I read was like she was like out in space. Like her ship was just a little bit slower than his. But So this was created by Otto Binder, who what's really cool is he has written numerous stories for Fawcett Comics. And if you remember from one of our shows, which was we talked about Shazam, he wrote for his stories were the Marvel family, so Shazam, Captain Marvel. And then the other creator was Al Pacino. He also created Brainiac and the Teenage Team Legion of Superheroes, which, as we know, Supergirl is a part of. So
that's actually really neat. So, I mean, considering all of that, a 5.5 for $2,600, it is on an upward trend slightly, but it's a piece of history.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad for a first appearance and for Supergirl.
I agree. On the bottom in the variants, guys, the one on the left is the Brazilian variant from 1961. And then there was a reprint in 1992. And then the Millennium edition came out in June of 2000. So those are the three variants on the bottom. Ooh, Dan has a 5.5.
Wow.
Very nice. So that's her first appearance. If you guys are just joining us, we are covering Supergirl. We always like to include the second appearance because there's such a huge drop in what you're paying versus the first. So this is the second appearance of Supergirl. 4.5s going for $180. Very obtainable in comparison to the other one. What do you think, Elle?
I think it's pretty cool, Like, it's pretty cool. I don't understand the whole grading system, though. Like, what's it out of? Like,
So
is 4.5 good?
Yeah, you can get a 10. Everything goes by 0.5s. Well, that's not true. You can get a 9.9. But aside from that, it's
and a
0.5.
9.8.
So 4.5 is not good.
9.8. Hold on, this is making me.
Wait,
I'm not really explaining this well. Okay, Ellie, hold on. Let's start over. So it goes by 0.5s until you get to a 9.8, then a 9.9, then a 10.
And a 9.6. And a 9.4.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and a 9.6.
There's no 9.2? I've definitely seen a 9.2.
Oh, and a 9.2. Shit! Girls! Okay. Sarah, do you want to explain? Haley, want to explain?
So it's about the age of the comic book too. That's for that. Like a 4.5. That's actually not too bad. So yeah.
Can you really? I've never seen a 9.3. I've never seen a 9.7.
No, never. Not on these oldies.
No, it goes by 0.5 from 1.8 up to 9. Does that make sense, Elle?
She's like, absolutely not.
Let's just assume it does, though. Okay, for the sake of my sanity.
For the sake of the show, let's assume that I explained that really well. There are 9.5s. What?
I've never seen a 9.5.
I haven't either. Prove it,
Neither have I.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to see a 9.5. Yeah, that was really bad. I failed on explaining this to Ellie. All right, let's keep going. All right, this one I think is kind of fun because I think it'll be good for us to discuss. This is a classic Wonder Woman versus Supergirl book. We have Wonder Woman 177 from 1968. This is Irv Novick was the cover. And then, again, it's a classic battle. Ellie, who do you think would win?
Supergirl. 100%.
Any reason why?
Because she's like an alien. She's like indestructible. And the other one just has a lasso.
She's strong, though.
Not that strong. Can she fly? Not that she has an invisible jet, but she can just like throw that,
All right. Ellie votes Supergirl. Haley?
Oh, this is tough. I don't know. I feel like I've read more of Wonder Woman. So in my mind, Wonder Woman feels more powerful than Supergirl.
All right. So Haley's going Wonder Woman.
Ellie's like,
Ellie's disagreeing.
Betrayal.
Right? I have to go with Wonder Woman because she's half God. She's half
that's
God.
true.
She's half God and she's half Amazon.
All
Who
right.
won, Mom? Mom, who won?
In this issue, Supergirl.
Get wrecked.
Get wrecked. That's bad for teenagers to say that. If they say get wrecked. So here's what happens in this issue. They're kind of forced to fight and they don't really want to, but they're forced to fight. And it looks like at the end of the day, Supergirl defeats Wonder Woman. But then she snaps up and then she fights back to Klamos and then they kind of like team up and throw him away. So technically, Supergirl wins in this.
Okay.
Get wrecked, Paul. Told you.
Oh my god. Sorry, Paul.
I love that she's schooling the chat. That's my
Yeah.
This is awesome. This is fantastic.
Yeah, this is my new favorite episode.
Yeah. But I agree. You know what? I agree with Audie. Like, what is up with like who drew these faces?
Oh, yeah,
Who
they
drew
were-
So
that?
I didn't want to say anything, but like the eyebrows too. It's like no.
Very
These are
masculine.
not feminine faces
At all.
Their chins are out of control. I totally agree.
Did I just make an enemy out of Paul? Oh no.
Paul is a what do you call it? A powerful enemy, Ellie. You just created one right there.
Oh no.
Anyway,
I can't
Yeah,
have
so
two
yeah,
nemesis
Supergirl-
right now. It's like way too many. You know?
Supergirl technically wins. So yes, Ellie, you were correct there. $60 for a raw. It's on a 3.27%, 27% uptrend.
Is it just because of Supergirl's on it? You think that's why it's like trending up?
Well,
Or is
any
it
of these
because it's
older DC
older?
books are
Yeah.
trending up right now too. I think
Yeah.
like anything.
But that's not bad for that. I mean, that's just such a fun. If only they weren't drawn the way that they were drawn, I'd say I'd want it. But now I'm like,
They do
Like-
look very masculine in these, and I'm not sure what Novik's. I don't know. I maybe he wanted to make them seem like they were as strong as men. I don't know. I don't know what his reasoning was there.
they could be beautiful and be as strong as men.
Yeah.
Audie,
totally.
Audie, I've never seen that woman before in my entire life. I have no idea who that is. Mm-mm.
You're in my office. You're sitting in my.
You're in my house.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Your Christmas present just got downgraded. You're getting nothing. Next up, Supergirl, #1 from 1972. This is her first solo series, so I thought it was important to include. Let's go down the line. Ellie, what do you think? Oh,
What is she
Alexa.
holding? What is that? Is that like a tractor thing? What is that? What's it called?
Yeah.
A wrecking ball.
A wrecking ball? That's not a
Not
wrecking,
a wrecking ball.
No, that's
That's
like
not even a ball.
Like one of those like scoop, like construction
Yeah.
scoop.
I want to know
situations.
how she got smashed on the ground by one of those. Like I've seen those work outside my school. They go so slow, like just like, you know.
Maybe it was moving like a wrecking ball. It's like a
It
Miley
looks like she
Cyrus.
was.
homage.
It looks like she was maybe saving the guy, and like getting him out of the way and catching it. I don't know.
That's why
There
you
you go.
stay out of construction zones. Like I mean, like if you're in the construction zone, like it's like every man for himself, you know.
A forklift.
A
There you go.
forklift?
That's a
I
forklift.
thought that was like an elevator. Wait, no, that's not.
That
an
is
elevator.
not a forklift.
No, a forklift is when you have those things that stick in
Yeah,
it and
like
go
a-
up, right?
Yeah, that's why it's called a lift, right?
Exactly. See?
Yeah,
Ellie knows.
yeah.
Brooklyn.
Sorry, Lord of Brooklyn. You're wrong on that one.
I know some things sometimes, you know.
This is
Haley,
a
what do
cool
you think of
cover.
this one?
A bulldozer? Wait, no, that's not a bulldozer.
It's not a bulldozer.
Well, this is that thing that was like from The Incredibles at the end of it.
A backhoe.
Yes, there we go. I think it's a backhoe.
You call it a backhoe?
Or an
Ellie, no. Haley, next.
Um,
Haley,
I just her.
no.
She just looks like she has a really like low V cut situation happening, and I just don't understand that necessarily. But like, okay. Also, she like can't have pants, but she can have long sleeves. I always get so angry at some of these like old school costumes.
Do you want to do an episode on that? Would that be fun to like talk
Oh,
about
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
the practicality of the outfits that females wear?
absolutely. Because there's zero in so many of these. But
Yeah.
I like her hair. Her hair is looking like all curly and cute.
Perfect. Sarah?
Yeah, you know, it's the 70s, so like it's the 70s. So that's why you have that's why you have the low cut, like billowy sleeves, you know, and the whatever like little pilgrim shoes she's got going on. Yeah, she's got
Okay.
yeah, you
Okay,
know.
so that was the 70s style. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I wouldn't know.
it's probably like pure like 100% polyester but
It's
yeah,
a
this
fire
is
hazard.
right.
Don't go near.
Yeah, or yeah, don't go near flames.
They're
Yeah, you know, not my favorite cover of what we've been looking at so far, but you know, for $23, especially kind of this old school, you know, again, like, you know, pick up these oldies because, you know, there's only so many of them.
yeah.
Is it sending her to a wall?
Yeah.
How is it even?
I thought she was on the ground, but you're right. That's a
Yeah,
wall.
I just figured she's on the wall. That's a weird angle.
And according to the chat, it's a forklift, bulldozer, backhoe, excavator, track hoe. So our chat's very helpful, Ellie. There you go.
Can
So
someone
pick
just
which one
Google it? Like,
we could, well, would be smart enough
not
not to.
be smart enough not to get whacked by it.
I agree on that one.
You're
Remember,
not wrong.
remember,
really.
her intelligence is a 2, so
Yeah.
Let's keep
It's
going.
an excavator.
An excavator. We'll go. I think that sounds the most
I just
official.
Googled it.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh, who said that one? Jersey to the Bay said that one. So good for him. You know.
Good for him.
Good for
Next up, this is my pick. All right. We know George Perez died last year. And that makes this, in my opinion, even more valuable than what the market's reflecting. But you have the death of Supergirl. This came out in 1985. And if you're familiar with this series, this issue is probably one of the most emotional that you'll read because you have her dying literally in his arms. And again, the cover really captures that anguish of him losing her. He's like begging her not to leave. And she's like, I'm good. Go. Like, go finish what we started here. Because they're battling between the 5 Earths, if you guys aren't familiar with the series. Anyway. This cover's been homaged so many times. It's so beautifully done. It's one of those ones where you look at this piece and you don't even have to know what's going on, but you feel it. And that's the kind of art that I appreciate. And for $15 for a fine copy, that to me seems like a steal. A 9.8 going for 181. And it is on a downward trend, which I don't understand, but yeah, this is my pick. I think that this is one that I don't currently own and I would love to. So if any of you out there are selling one, let me know. Crisis on Infinite Earths number 7. Ellie, what do you think of it?
I think it's way too late to be crying right now, but that was really sad.
Yeah.
Like, that's just sad. Like, I saw the TV show, they did like a whole segment on that, and that's not what happened in the TV show. So I kind of wish they did do it.
Different though, right?
They were very different than what you just said. So, like, I kind of wish they followed that. But that's just really sad. Really sad.
He leaves his Fortress of Solitude, Ellie, and he wraps Supergirl up in her indestructible cape and sets her free into space. And he promises that he won't forget her. Yeah. It's fucking rough, man. Oh, sorry, Ellie. Don't say fucking. That's a bad word. It's really rough.
Wait, her cape was indestructible?
Yeah.
Why couldn't she got an indestructible suit?
I don't know. Ellie? I don't know. I don't have all the answers. It's a great book, though. It's really it's fantastic. Haley?
I love this cover. I think it's really beautiful and really emotional. I am shocked that you could get a fine copy raw for $15. Like, I definitely want this. Oh, that is so cool that you have one said by Perez. I mean, that's priceless. And the fact that you could get a 9.8 for $181 is actually insane.
Right? Isn't it? Like,
that's crazy.
The M&M book's going for like thousands of dollars. And I'm like,
no.
Like, why aren't they buying this instead? But I guess that's just me being biased. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sarah?
That's all right. See, let them buy their M&M books. We can just sweep up
Exactly.
by these classic covers. Yeah, I love this cover. I love the storyline. Yeah, I am really shocked that it's like $15. I thought it was more than that.
That's
I'm
for a
just-
fine, though. So that puts it in perspective at all. It's for a fine. Apollo, so you don't see her come back into the DC continuity until 2004. But in the meantime, that's a perfect segue because this is where she ends in the DC continuity. However, we are then introduced to Matrix. This is 1993. And this is kind of a tricky one. She's not human. She was made by a good version of Lex Luthor in a pocket continuity. Okay, so she's not in the mainstream there, but her character is important as well because you do see her having some similar powers, and she does live with the Kents for a while, and they all love her, and she does merge with Linda Danvers, which I'll get to in a second. But oh my gosh, hold on, quick pause.
Yeah.
Congrats on getting your permit. How did you know that? How did he know that?
How would you know that? Dude.
That's true. Ellie gets her permit tomorrow.
Uh-huh. And I'm like super gonna pass it because I know like all this stuff, you know? Like
Bullshit.
25
You're
and
gonna cheat on Google.
I'm not gonna cheat on Google. I'm not gonna cheat on Google. I'm not gonna cheat on Google. Come on,
All right,
you can't
Ellie,
say
if you're going uphill, actually, hold on. Haley, if you're going uphill
Don't ask me. Don't ask me.
and you got to park, what way do you turn your wheels?
left.
Ellie says left. Sarah?
To the curb.
To the curb.
Sarah says right.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I honest to God don't know.
Oh my god, then why would you
I don't
ask?
have a license. so-
No, mom, can I just say something though?
What?
I've been on the show 2 times. I've asked for like 2 things. I got my lip liner, I got my bow and arrow, and now I have gas money. Like, this is great, you know? Like, that was awesome.
See, she
You
is
still owe me
Aunt
$5
Skid.
bucks.
There you go. That goes to your car fund. Does anybody know the answer to that question?
I'm looking up. Let's see.
Oh, Ellie Gwynn's watching.
Oh my god! That's my bestie. I love her. She's so cool.
They became friends because Phil and I are friends, and so they
Aw.
became friends. But yeah, Ellie's getting her permit tomorrow.
I promise not to run into anything, or I'll try not to run into anything, because I'd be like, I don't have insurance yet, you know?
Wait, are you
I don't know how that
ready for the answer?
Yeah.
It says safely parking on a hill is all seating your wheels into the curb the right way.
I feel like I was close. Like, it was like, I was close. Like, it was just like 90 degree the other way, you
Because then
know?
your
I
car
feel like
kind
I
of
was
like
supposed
goes
to
up
be
that
going
way.
left. My car would be sliding down the hill.
Yeah, we got honked at yesterday because she was on Instagram. So,
You're just getting called out.
I know. On the internet too.
no, you call me out, I'm calling you out. You started a war. I'm just saying. I listen to Taylor Swift. This is not going to go well for you.
She's a Swiftie. It's gonna get ugly in here, guys. If you're just joining, there's like 50 of you here hanging out. We have Ellie. I don't even know what you would call her. Bird City teenager in the
Do not
house.
call me Ellie Bird City, though. That sounds so wrong. Like, I need my own cool name. Like, I saw it on your Instagram.
That's me. I didn't take. I wanted to tag you, but I was like, well, she doesn't. I don't know what her Instagram account is, so I called you.
Oh my
Ellie
gosh,
Bird.
I'll follow you after the show. I got you.
She's not allowed to have an Instagram, and she has one anyways.
You let me. You liar. Don't make me look
book
bad.
Club. For book club, Ellie.
No, you said if you know them, you can add them. I have Lucy add on there. She's cool. She got her hair.
Okay,
and stuff.
fine. If you know them, you can add them. Otherwise, no.
Yeah. I'm not going to add random people. I'm not that stupid. I like that one.
Ellie
Oh my
Swift.
Okay, let's keep going. So here you have Matrix, and what ends up happening with her is she finds Linda Danvers when she's like literally on the brink of death, and the two of them merge together. So you have Matrix merging with Linda Danvers, which works because technically she's not part of this universe, so she doesn't have to follow our rules in a sense. And so Linda Danvers becomes the next Supergirl. This is the first solo for her. 1993. The art here is by Gary Frank. And this is where you see something that I just learned this term today. Earthborn angel is when you have somebody that sacrifices themselves for another. You become an earthborn angel, which is why Linda Danvers, if you guys read this series, has the big old fire angel wings.
Mm.
Yeah. Anything to add?
This actually reminds me of the like Miss Marvel #1 cover from Hugo Wilson. So I really like this. And I kind of want this now.
For $4, it seems like it doesn't get a lot of value there, which is interesting because Linda Danvers was such a cool take on Supergirl that they could have turned her into a show instead of Kara, in my opinion. But okay, $4 raw. There's 55 of you. Welcome on in. We're talking Supergirl. Next up. Okay, this one I included because it's important. This is 1996 Supergirl Adventures #1. I'm sorry, Supergirl Adventures #21 from 1998. And this is the first time that you have the DCAU Supergirl represented in comic books. And of course, Bruce Timm. So yeah, we had to include her. Yeah, right? Ellie, do you like this rendition?
Is that from the show? Like
Yeah,
a
from the
cartoon?
animated series.
Yes.
They made it look very
Oh,
similar to Bruce Timm art, actually. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
It's so fun.
I think he did the cover, didn't he?
He did, yeah, he did this cover, but the show itself was based a lot off of its art. So if you watch the show, it looks very similar to Bruce Timm, like come to life.
Mm-hmm. I like this outfit. Like out of all her outfits, I think this is like my favorite.
Yeah,
I like
this is
this-
a really fun outfit.
I like the flary skirt, the one that's like ruffly.
She looks like a teenager. Is she a teenager?
Yeah, and this one she is. I don't remember how old she's supposed to be. Maybe somebody in the chat can tell me. Dude, 6 out of 9. Very well done, Comic Boom. Ellie, when they put their rankings here, out of all the books they covered, this is how many of them they own so far.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that.
Cool.
Whenever they put those little like slashes, that's how many of these books they have. So that's pretty cool.
Wow. Well done, you guys. Because I don't have any. I don't have this one.
I might have one. I don't know. So
I have
$21 raw if you're interested in snagging this up. If you're a fan of the animated series, which I think anything animated DC is worth grabbing. Okay. Next up. This is a Michael Turner sketchbook from 2006. The reason I included this one is because A, I'm a huge Michael Turner fan, and B, it's a ghost. I swear to you guys, there's 600 of these out there. The last one sold on January 25th, but it was paired with Ladies Second as well for $300, and I cannot find any other listings on eBay. Ellie, what do you think of this art?
It looks like really pretty. Like I like the sketch and stuff. Like people need to get more sketchbooks, to be honest. Like for real,
100%.
especially since it's so little. Also, your lead light is blinding me. So
My what?
your lead light is blinding me. Like I cannot like see, but it's really bright. But it's like really pretty. Like it's very vibrant and nice, and I really like it. Like it's really cool. It's cool. Yeah.
Haley, while I turn my blinding light down.
I love this. I love the movement in the sketch. I think this is gorgeous. It's not surprising that it's a ghost considering there's 600 copies, and I'm imagining anyone who picked this up at, San Diego Comic-Con was also probably a huge Michael Turner fan, so they probably it wasn't something that you were grabbing just to flip. At least that's what I think about when you get artist sketchbooks. It's like, because you're really standing in line because you really like that artist. So that isn't surprising to me.
Well said. Sarah?
I agree.
Anyone?
I agree with Haley and all of you. I would pick, like, and that's the thing is that's what I keep hearing, like from the guys from Long Story Short, where these sketchbooks, like if you have a chance to pick up a sketchbook, do it. Especially like what Haley said, if there's only 600 copies, good luck trying to find one.
I think the sketchbooks become more valuable too over time, and like I think that grabbing those is definitely a good investment. What's the one that's going for like a shit ton of money? Don't say shit ton, Ellie. Scotty Young. The Scotty Young sketchbook, if you can find that thing. Remember the one from like way back in the day. It's going for like thousands of dollars if you can get your hands on it.
Really?
You mean like the 90s?
No, Ellie. The 90s does not qualify as way back in the day.
That's like almost half a century ago. You know, that's like 33 years.
No, it's
Basically,
not.
the 80s were almost half a century ago.
That just makes me feel very old, Ellie.
43.
Oh,
my
it makes
God.
me. You want to talk about feeling old?
Oh my gosh, is that true? Is it really 33 years ago since the night? Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam,
Because
Right.
I'm almost 30.
Slay Queen?
Are you
Slay
really?
Queen.
I'm 28, so 27. Just kidding. Turn 28 this year.
If you're forgetting your age, that means you're getting old.
Yeah.
I have to like sometimes ask Anthony, I'm like, am I 38 or 39? He's like, you're 38. I'm like, oh, okay.
You all are babies.
Thanks. That makes me feel better. Michael Turner was a great artist. If I believe, if you guys can correct me here, didn't he die of like bone cancer?
Oh wow.
Sure.
I think he was in like he was young and he was one of the best talents. And I think, honest to God, if he was still around, he'd be outranking everybody. Yeah. Ellie's not allowed on YouTube anymore per Phil. So there you go. You're banned.
YouTube?
Yes, we're live on YouTube. Ellie, this is your pick. Do you want to talk about it?
Oh yeah, Adam Hughes. Like I just really like the cover on this one. Like it was really pretty. There's like a lot of colors and they go well together. And
This
it just
is
like
1 in
stood
10.
out. Because like a lot I didn't know that. I just knew that a lot of them, like most of the comics like look the same to me. This one like did not. I don't know why. It just like stuck out. So
Adam Hughes is amazing. He's very distinctive. When you see his stuff, it's pretty incredible. And this one in particular has been homaged several times. Ellie, if you go on to Artist Station and look up Adam Hughes, you can see his process on how this cover came to be. He like shows the sketch, the rough sketch versus like a more developed sketch. Then when he starts adding in color, and it's pretty fascinating. But this again is expensive to come by. What do you think, Kaylee?
Is it expensive just because it had like a low print run and people really like Adam Hughes, or was it a ratio?
It's a 1 in 10.
Oh, it's a one. Whoa, still that I think to have like a near mint for like over $600, that's crazy. But it's a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. I think I love all of the kind of like lighting that is happening because on the meteoroid. That's really cool. I really like this. It's a great pick, Ellie.
She's just trying to sucker me up because she wants Zatanna number 16. She's like, I'm turning 16. Shouldn't I get Zatanna 16? I'm like, no.
I feel like that's like a rite of passage, isn't it?
No. Wrong.
You gonna deny me that? You kidding me? Your only child
Denied.
other than Adam?
Yes,
Like-
denied.
Your only daughter.
Your favorite daughter.
Sarah? Whose team are you on? Pick a
She's
side.
She's an Adam Hughes fan. I gotta, side with
Like,
Mm.
come on.
The Adam
so
Hughes
helpful.
Power Girl was pretty good, but it's a weird perspective, but it's good. And this is definitely a grail. You have to hunt for that one. Oh my gosh, really? You guys are killing me here. You guys are killing me. Probably the hardest find, 1 in 10. That's Yee.
Yeah.
It's rare. This is another ghost. What do you think of this one, Sarah?
I love it. I love anything Adam Hughes. He knows how to draw women and just light them just beautifully. And this cover shows it. So excellent pick, Ellie. And you should get Zatanna number 16.
I
for
should.
your 16th birthday.
Maybe Aunt Sarah will send it to you for your birthday. Yeah.
You know what? I would really like that. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for volunteering.
And Sarah might have to work some overtime for that one.
Mommy Laura would be donating blood and bone marrow. So, oh my gosh. Okay. Next up, Sarah, this is your pick.
Yes. So as you can tell, I love, like I said, I love her outfit in this one. This is Art Germ. He actually did a bunch of other covers in this series, and he did all of her different outfits. So the like the blousy one that we talked about, that's in that one. So you see like the different iterations. I know that some people have been in the chat talking about the there's kind of like a, I don't know if you want to say controversial one, but yeah, this is why I picked it, because I just love this outfit. I think out of all like the Supergirl outfits, this is, like I said, this is my favorite. I wish this is what she wore all the time. So
Controversial how?
it's something like has to do like a pose. Like she's supposedly pointing at something, and I mean, I don't want to get too much into it, but yeah. Suppose she's sitting and supposedly pointing at her hand. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of controversial. I think somebody brought it up in the chat. Who was it? It was either H&H or call me Bruce. But yeah.
Dan made it. Audie made the list. This was recalled. What was recalled? Earmuffs, Ellie. Earmuffs. What was recalled? So it's like is it like she's pointing at the vagina type shot?
Yes, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Which I've seen it. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, yeah, like you said, like innuendo. Like, I mean, if you looked at it, would you be like children's show? But yeah, like, I don't know. But yeah, I like these. I love all his art, all his covers for Supergirl art germ. I also have the foil one. So there's one where she's holding a little kitty with a cat with a cape. So
yeah.
This cover is just giving 1989, like the album. Do any of you guys listen to Taylor Swift? Anybody? No.
Occasionally.
1989, like the birds and the.
You're on your own here, Ellie.
Like, style? Is that what you're talking about? Like,
you could have just.
I'm so sorry.
Opportunity, you missed it.
Art Germ L, if you care to know, is one of the reasons why I got really invested into comic books. He did a Catwoman cover, Catwoman 23. That's just phenomenal. One of, in my opinion, the best modern covers. No, that's Frizen, Ant. Ant just walked in with Alfonso Muja. Like that's Frizen. But Art Germ's really, really, really good. I think that he keeps most of his covers really tasteful. He just had a Sins of Sinister 1 in 100. That's just on every single Hot 10 chart that you can find. Yeah, I think this is beautiful. Haley, what do you think of this?
I think this is gorgeous. I love the outfit like Sarah does. I think it's super cute. Yeah, I really like this. Also, it's not that expensive. You can just grab a near mint for like $13. That's awesome. I like Taylor Swift, but you know, I don't know all of her.
It's all we listen to all day, every day.
Not every day. I just trailer. Yeah.
She'll have it blasting in her AirPods so loud that I can hear it all day long.
And you should be blessed that you can hear that beautiful Champagne Problems. Go listen to it, please.
Lavender Haze sounds like a weed. You know,
you immediately go to Lavender Haze. That's so basic, though. Like,
just
no.
Basic?
Remember, you liked the what about the murder? Remember?
Which one? No
Body, No Crime.
Yeah, I like that.
You like that one. Ironically.
About it. These are the girls I would call Ellie if I need to hide a body. So.
Yeah, exactly. We'd help you. Whoever said Blank Space is one of the greatest pop songs of all time. You need to expand your horizons, though. Like, that's like just the beginning, you know? Like, there's a whole rabbit hole. You're not out of the woods yet.
Sorry, Paul. Meet Ellie.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Lord.
No one caught that one either. Okay.
I got it. That's why I'm laughing. Because I
like Out of the Woods?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
The movie?
Thank you.
Or wait, is that Into the Woods?
That's a musical.
That's a musical.
What's the musical? Is it Into the Woods, Haley?
Yeah, that's
yes. Wait, how do I make this one go? Yes, this person has taste. I don't know who they are, but they got
taste.
Touch
my buttons. You can't click on comments.
So does this person. See, these people aren't basic. Like they like know the stuff, you know?
Style is good. That's a good song.
I love Style. It's the national anthem.
Okay, next up, Haley, this is your pick.
Yeah, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. So Tom King is one of my favorite writers, and if there's anyone who's gonna get me to like read a DC character and fall in love with them, it's Tom King. And so
Alan
I
Moore, all the way.
picked this up. Okay. Picked this up when it first came out, and there's like these kind of also like medieval age undertones. Like she's like at like this like bar in this like in a small village, and there was like these scroll designs on the interiors that just like really like did it for me. The artwork is amazing. Oftentimes with like the DC covers too, I will get like the B variants, like cover B, because they always hire some really cool artists to do
Middleton.
their variant covers. Yeah, exactly. But for
Oof.
Supergirl Women of Tomorrow, the art was so beautiful that I have all of the A covers. Like I think I might have gotten maybe one or two like a random variants, but for the most part I have the whole run. That I have the whole run of cover A's, and it's gorgeous. The writing's amazing, the story. And then what's really cool about this is that so this is sold out like everywhere, because like it was announced that they're going to make the Supergirl movie like based off of this run. And now that it's sold out everywhere, Tom King, to like show support for all of the readers, went through all of his comp titles, or like his comps at home, and he's took them or is taking them to Third Eye Comics and giving them away for free, because you can't get this like unless you're like paying a lot of money online. As you can see, like a Raw is going for $40 near mint.
So what did James Gunn say about this series?
So I haven't looked too much into it, but it said that I think he like announced like this is the inspiration for what they're doing for the movie.
It's like I feel like what he was focusing on was mostly this series, but there's a little bit of a controversy around this. Do you guys want to get into it or no?
I don't actually know the controversy.
Yeah, I don't know the controversy. I know that like he's called this much more like hardcore, like a hardcore story, but I haven't heard.
Well, I mean within the comic book community specifically. So if you look at the numbers here, we're talking a Raw for $40, and it's on a 200 almost % upward trend.
Right.
So there have been other platforms that report comic book pricing that are saying that this book will not hold above $15 in value because it's
it shouldn't.
It's 40,000 copies are in circulation.
Yeah.
I think actually more than that. And we're talking a book from 2021.
It's crazy that it's even going for this price. Yeah, that I did know. And so that was also not one of the reasons, but even the fact that Tom King is taking all of his comps and going to a comic store and giving them away for free should tell you, like, there's just like, there's a lot out there. Like, I don't know. I don't think it should be good. Like, I saw that was going for $40, and I felt like that was one of those things that got announced, and it's just people who don't know better who are buying them then, if they are buying them. Because the series was good, but I can't imagine that there's just no way you can find this for a reasonable price.
It's the FOMO is real. I mean, Tom King is actually one of the writers for the DCU that James has kind of like grouped up. The other thing is I was gonna talk about. Oh crap! Oh, now I know. Because I actually posted this to our group. If you actually go to I believe if you do like DC.com, this is actually free. You can actually read it online for free if you want to read it. So,
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's good.
I feel like if you go to like certain comic shops that like don't, I don't know if everyone's like comic shop like pays attention to what like is being announced. I feel like you could still find these like in back issue bins. Like, someone said that they picked it up in a back issue bin a couple months ago, and I know that my comic shop like still had like comics from this run. I don't think they had like the number one, just because it was selling really well at my comic shop, but
there's just
I don't think
so many of them though. There's so many out there, but I do appreciate that Cover Price has a platform. Their responsibility is to reflect what the market's doing. That's it. So that's what they're doing. They're reflecting what people are selling this for. Whether or not you choose to buy it for that number is 100% up to you. There is some consumer responsibility there. But there are a lot of these. If you go digging around, you'll probably find some. This is from 2021, so it's not like one of those books that are just a ghost. They're out there.
Just
But yeah,
wait.
what One True Nerd King was saying, let's be honest, storyline keys never hold up.
Yeah.
I agree with that too, actually. I think he's right there. So again, this is on a lot of the lists this week, but it's up to you whether or not you want to drop the money to obtain it. But solid
Just wait.
pick. Huh?
I would just wait. Like, I feel like that happened. Like, when I watched WandaVision, I bought like Scarlet and like the Scarlet Witch and Vision series, like from like the 80s, and I paid a lot of money for it. But that was when I first was collecting. I really didn't know any better, and like, I want to say a couple months later, it's like went down in price. And now a year from that, it's like so easy to get and like really cheap. I feel like, if, like Sarah said, if you're interested in just reading the story, read it online and then wait, because there's just no way this price is going to hold.
I think that's true, but it's important for you guys to know that. So watch shows that you trust the information that you're getting from, follow platforms that you trust the information that you're getting it from, and make your decision from there. All right, that was it for us for tonight. Monday, Cover Lovers goes live at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday, Comic Book Women, that's where we are right now. Wednesday, so tomorrow we have Mondo Mail Call at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. And then Thursday, Long Story Short goes live at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. Friday is Near Nirvana. I will not be here for this week's show. However, Lucas, aka Mercenat, and Black Comic Lord, and Lucy, and Cynthia, so they'll all be, Mrs. International or Lady International, will all be holding down the fort. They are going to be doing a Black History Month spotlight show. Trust me, it's going to be good. I'm bummed I won't be there, but check it out. And then Saturday, we have the Saturday morning toy box. So we have a full lineup for you guys if you are looking for stuff to find on YouTube. Let's do a quick little round table here and we'll call it a night. Sarah, we'll start with you. Anything coming up you want to talk about?
Comic Book Women next Tuesday. Otherwise, it's pretty much
Swamp Thing, right? Isn't that tentatively what we're covering?
Yeah,
I think.
I'm excited. Well, we had like, I mean, we're all, we were excited about the DCU kind of, all the things that they announced, which was, I think our kind of focus was Swamp Thing, Supergirl, and there was another thing I can't remember, but yeah, Swamp Thing. Why not, right? Yeah. Our favorite swampy character. So
yeah, I just finished the Swamp Thing Saga series. It was so damn good. Haley, anything coming up you want to talk about?
Yeah, so this Sunday at 10 a.m. Central, Candace and I will be doing our third episode of Comic Besties, where we'll be chatting Deadpool, Katie Keene, and tabletop games. So Disney trading cards and Unmatched series. So I'm really excited.
That'll be fun. Really quick, I said Mercenat. Damn it, I didn't mean that. I meant to say chitlins and greens. My bad. Love you, Lucas. Sorry about that. Oh my God! Don't be mad at me, Lucas. I'm sorry. I always get I always fuck that up. My bad. All right, Ellie. Really quick, there's a question for you in here. What's your favorite Taylor Swift album?
I was waiting for you to get to me for this exact question. Folklore, 100% on top, 100%. Betty, August, Mirrorball, This Is Me Trying, Last Great American Dynasty, The One. Like, that's just a 100% win. Then it goes 1989, Evermore, Red, Speak Now, and then Fearless, and then I can't help. Wait, no, Lover has to go above Fearless, actually, because I love Lover. Mm-hmm. And then Reputation's still up there, too. Oh, I need to make a list. I have no idea.
There you go.
But Debute's my last one. I'm sorry. I can't with country music. But, yeah. That's it.
So there you go. There's her answer.
And I'll show up again if my mom invites me, because she doesn't like me going on the show because she doesn't like me very much. She hates me.
You're such a liar. I have to beg her to come on to these shows. Beg her. And she's like, is it something I care about? So we had you for Wednesday. We had you for Supergirl. Hey, Ellie, what if we do an Avatar show?
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. I do so good on that one. I already got my hair loopies. See?
Perfect. Okay. All right. And last but not least, Friday, I will be on Comics and Chaos over on the One True Nerd King channel. So again, we'll be advertising that. Make sure you tune in. It's like a Valentine's Day themed show. So there's gonna be like a bunch of comic book couples. Anthony's gonna be there with me. We're gonna play games, and it's gonna be fun. So yeah. All right. Yeah.
Wait,
you lost.
mom. Can I say one more thing? One more thing. Can I say one
Sure.
more thing? Whoever names a Taylor Swift song in the next show that isn't super like well known, then like I might come back on another show without like, yeah, But it has to be
So-
like a good one.
Leave a Taylor Swift song in the comments after the show, and you'll come on again.
But it has to be. I can't be like something like "Shake It Off" or like anything like that. You
It's
know,
really deep cuts, right? Deep cuts.
Death by a Thousand Cuts. But I only accept Taylor's version songs as well. No stolen versions. If I don't think anyone understands anything I'm saying, I'm sorry. But yeah.
Well, there you go. If you guys want to see Ellie again, Ellie, you should give away a book. Should you give away a book if somebody puts a good song up and comes back?
That Ellie approves. Remember, she's
Yeah,
got
no offense, but I have very little faith in anyone knowing any of the like.
Paul said that's easy.
Okay, I don't think you can. Someone said "Red." That's literally the name of the album. Like that's a well-known song.
Odie, you're wrong. You're
She
wrong,
won't accept
Odie.
that, Audie. Yeah, we're doing combo couples newlywed game. Oh, it's a newlywed game. I'm gonna go quiz Anthony in the room. Start prepping. Get us ready for this. Phil might get a tux. That'll be fun. Hey, Ellie, do you think Beyonce had the best album, or do you think that it should have been? What was that guy you like in the
Bad
weird
Bunny.
outfit?
Styles?
Harry Styles. Yeah.
I feel like I should have gone to Bad Bunny.
What?
The best album to Bad Bunny. I felt like that.
What do you think, El?
Harry Styles had the best album. Harry Styles had the best album. So I'm gonna say on that one because that was a thing for me.
We watched this, and Ellie's like, "Yes!" And they like yelled at them in the crowd, and she didn't like that. Fearless, is that a song?
It's also the name of an album.
You're wrong,
You guys are killing
Dan.
me here. You're not
You're
helping.
wrong. Well,
It's a song, but it's the name of the album. Like I want something no one's heard before, but no one's in. Like I said, I have zero faith in that. That's why I said
So
it.
if they leave a comment, leaving a song that nobody's ever heard before, you'll come on the next Tuesday show and give away a book.
Sure, Eric. I literally said "Out of the Woods." Like I literally like said that.
Eric, you're
She's a tough
wrong. You're
a tough
wrong,
guy.
Eric.
There you go. All right, that's it for us tonight. Ellie, thank you for being here. We appreciate you, I think.
Lover's the name of an album.
Okay. You guys are to give her like a heart attack over here.
Right?
Thank
She'll be
you for
back.
having me. Thank you for having me.
Did
But,
you have fun?
yeah.
Yay!
Okay,
It's
other
bad.
than Supergirl, who's your next favorite character for DC?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, Green Arrow. I love that dude.
Why Ellie?
Because I watched the show and the dude's like really like
What, Ellie? He's really what? No, go ahead.
is that in there with you?
No.
He's so hot. Like for real.
He's super hot. So read or watch Green Arrow because he's super hot.
Mm-hmm. There you
Who
go.
said hey Steven? I love you. I love you. I love you.
Is that a song?
It's a really good song. Like a really
Does that
good
count
song.
then?
Yes, it counts. Oh, also that one.
Ellie, look at this one. Is Genie in a Bottle a Taylor Swift song?
Oh God.
No? No? All right. Okay. That's it for us tonight, guys. Have a good night. We'll see you next week.